Texas A&M walked into Baton Rouge last night and absolutely embarrassed the LSU Tigers to the tune of where I can now confidently say that Brian Kelly, he can't do this job for LSU. To get dragged up and down your home field in a spot like that is just embarrassing. And this game was like the end of the Creed movies to me, where I'm just kind of in the audience, I'm watching this fight go back and forth for a while, then all of a sudden the music kicks in, you see Creed land a few big punches, and you just know that he's literally about to be unstoppable and kill the other guy, but you just sit there and watch it happen anyways. That really was the first half, the second half of this game. I mean, A&M dominated them, 24-18 first downs, 7-10 on third down compared to 2-13 for LSU. They had 150 more yards, 224 rush yards for A&M, only 60 on the ground for LSU. And LSU won the turnover margin 2-0, and they just never had a chance. That's how dominant this game was for A&M. Marcel Reed, he didn't do a lot for them in the air. He was only 12 of 21 passing for 202 yards, 2 scores, and those 2 picks. But on the ground, 13 carries for 108 yards and 2 scores is just unstoppable. Casey Concepcion and Mario Craver each showed flashes of their electricity. But Cassius Howell is the most feared man in the SEC. The defensive front for the Aggies had 7 sacks and 11 TFLs total. Garrett Nussmeier, man, 22 of 35 passing for just 168 yards and a touchdown. He had negative 44 net rush yards when accounting for the sacks. So LSU's ground game was actually a little bit better than what the stat sheet says because it incorporates sacks. But Harlem Berry, who played awesome, and Caden Durham, they combined for 14 carries for 95 yards, which is 6.8 yards per carry. So LSU actually had a pulse on the ground in this game, but on the other side, they had absolutely no presence on the defensive front. No sacks, only 2 TFLs. So LSU, they get a bye week now before they go to Tuscaloosa. That is probably the game for Kelly's job, in my opinion. You know, if I'm making a decision there for LSU, which I'm not, but if he wins that game, all of a sudden you have a spark. If you lose again, you're 2-4 in the SEC. That might be it. And for the A&M, they also get a bye before they go to Missouri. But A&M is undefeated. They have a case to be the number 1 ranked team in the country. This team looks so good everywhere, and the Aggies are a legitimate national title contender.